Remind me, I need to tell you a story, whether that's on this podcast or part 2 of my Hermes Himalayan Birkin, how I made $40,000 on.
Can we
one
talk
bag.
about it now?
Should we talk about it now?
Yes, I want to know.
Because I was I love that you had a story about your Hermes Himalayan Birkin. So this was 4 years ago when I asked my husband at the time. I was like, "Can you get me this Hermes Himalayan Birkin?" And remember, this was like $140,000 bag at the time, 4 years ago. And he's like, "What on earth are you gonna do with a $140,000 bag in Calgary, Alberta?" And he's like, "No, that's ridiculous. You're gonna get your arm chopped off for this bag." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll just buy it myself." Because I think it's the Aquarius in me. There's something in me that just rebels. Okay, that does not.
We have that in common.
So I was like, "Yeah, I'll just buy it myself. It's okay." I bought it myself for 2 years. He was right. There was really nowhere to wear it in Calgary. I wore it to Vegas. I took it on, maybe I wore it 3 times in the 2 years. And later, 2 years later, I wanted to sell it because I was like, I really am not going to wear this. And I was moving to Irvine, California. So I listed it on Luxe du Jour, and I don't believe it was you that bought it. It was someone else, because we've sold multiple Hermes Himalayan Birkins. And I listed it for $180,000. And the reason why I know it's not yours, because it sold within 5 minutes of being listed on Luxe du Jour. It was $180,000 listed and sold within 5 minutes at the time. It was when it was hot in demand.
Wow.
And there was barely any on the market. You have to find them with the nice scales, the nice ombre effect. Mine had the nicest ombre effect. I bought it for $140,000. Remember, I listed it for $180,000. It sold within 5 minutes. That's when I knew it was undervalued. And now they're selling for way more if I had just kept it.
And you just had the bag for 2 years?
I had it for 2 years.
And you made $40,000.
And I showed my husband. I was like, "Oh my God, am I going to regret this? I just sold it and it's sold." Right?
Yeah.
But I was like $40,000. And he was like shocked, because this made a lot more money than his rental properties. That he was like, "What? That quick?" And so he's like, "Oh, well, do you want another Hermes Himalayan Birkin? Like, I'll buy it for you."
I'll buy it for you now.
He's like, "Yeah," like he's all on board now.
It is. It's like real estate.
People don't know. Some bags are investments.
So that's actually one of my questions. Obviously, the Birkin, the Kelly, those, it is like real estate. Doesn't it go up in between
15?
like 8 to 11, 13% a year?
Well, Forbes posted it. I think it was Forbes that posted averaged 14% a year.
Now it's at 14?
14%.
Wow.
Yeah, a year.
It's just like real estate.
Yes. That's why so many people are getting into the sale of Hermes bags, because the game is really in finding a good deal on the pre-owned market and then go flipping it to someone who is looking for that exact bag, because not everyone wants to play that Hermes game in the boutiques and try to spend $30,000, $50,000 pre-spend and not be offered exactly what they want. So there's a lot of money to be made in flipping Hermes bags.
So do a lot of your clients, is that what they're doing?
They're resellers.
They're buying just to resell later?
You know how I know? Because they submit their reseller certificate. They talk to our director of partnerships, and they were like, "We want B2B pricing. If we buy in bulk, Tammy," like they look at Luxe du Jour's pricing direct to consumer. We are already very competitive because we get all our Hermes direct from clients. So wealthy clients that want to sell their bags. And then these resellers know that we have a program that if you buy in bulk or you are a company, you don't have to pay tax because you have a reseller certificate. They submit it and they're buying them all up, and they're making like $3,000 to $5,000 off each bag.
How long do you think they hold on to them until they resell them?
Some of them are doing arbitrage. Secret's out. Some people are doing arbitrage. They are showing the photos that we have, offering it to their client, and when their client sends a deposit, then they'll buy it. And how we know is because they talk to our salespeople. I'm like, "Hey, can you ship this direct to my client? Or ship this direct to," because all our stuff comes authenticated, comes with certificate of authenticity. We have the reputation of specializing in authentication. So these resellers don't have to know how to authenticate, really.
Wow.
If you get it from a trusted source, you are guaranteed by our lifetime guarantee of authenticity. So
you guys know, like I know, there are so many resale options out there.
but this is the one I actually use. They specialize in authentic, high-end designer bags, exceptional condition. I have purchased several from them, Chanel, Dior, and if you follow me, you know that Joe got me the infamous Himalayan crocodile Birkin. He surprised me on our 10-year anniversary. It's one of the rarest bags in the world, and it came from Luxe du Jour, so that tells you a lot. Their authentication process is meticulous. I trust them with everything. And here is something just for you that they gave me, $100 off anything over $2,000. Here's the code, you guys. All capitals, Amy plus Joe 1. If you didn't get that, just shoot me a quick DM. Because you know, when it comes to luxury, every dollar saved is a dollar you can put towards your next piece. So if you're looking to invest in something timeless, beautiful, go ahead and start with Luxe du Jour. And of course, tell them Amy sent you.
Isn't that crazy?
That is
it's a whole
crazy.
business. You should get into that business.
I know. I'm thinking like we're flipping a home right now for I
Yeah.
want real estate money on that, but this is a whole nother world.
All the watch dealers, all the real estate dealers are flipping Hermes on the side.
So Joe and I talked about that last night too. A difference between yours. Okay, so when he had that wonderful text message back and forth with Virgil.
Yeah.
Shout out to Virgil. Don't go there, by the way. He said that Virgil was saying like the real, there's no guarantee. So Joe called the real because there was a bag on there that he liked too, a Himalayan Burke or a Kelly, I'm not sure. And he was like, if I find out this bag's not authentic, do you guys refund? And they said, nope. The real does not.
I didn't know that. I just know that they have so many reviews of why they're
Fakes,
nicknamed
right?
the fake because they have a bad reputation because they take all brands. Remember, how do you specialize in all brands and make sure you guarantee authenticity for all brands? That's why Luxe du Jour only carries 22 brands. We only specialize in those brands. Anytime we want to launch a new brand, we have to have a multi-step authentication to make sure we can guarantee that. So it is questionable. The Real doesn't have a great reputation for that.
Because that's why he was like, I'm not buying that bag. What if I find out it's a fake? The fake.
Yeah, if there's no guarantee, I say don't risk your money, especially if you're buying $160,000 bag. No.
Yeah. Did you insure yours?
Did
When
I
you
insure
had
mine?
yours?
Mine is on a home insurance. Yeah, yeah, with all my
Same,
other stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
insure pretty much everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
we
wanna worry
have
about
to.
it.
Yeah, well, I don't want to worry about it.
I don't want to worry about my jewelry. I don't want to
Yeah.
worry about it. Like if something
Yeah.
happens, like
Do it.
I'm just saying, like if something happened in Texas and I'm carrying one of my nice bags, there's a good chance I have a gun in my bag.
Oh,
so good luck
yes.
with that.
Yes. The question is, are you willing to pull the trigger?
100%.
Okay, me as a Canadian, absolutely not.
Opposite. I know. It's like it's different worlds. but
Yeah.
yeah. We have license to carry there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
it's not. It's not unusual. If you go into a restaurant in Texas, there's a good chance about a fifth of the people are carrying.
Yeah. See, Canadian, that terrifies me.
I know.
Terrifies me.
We'll talk. Well, you know what I could do because I have friends that are from not Texas, obviously, and I took them to gun ranges, and they got so comfortable with it, and they were like, "Can we go do it again?"
Oh my gosh.
It's fun.
Can you just imagine me, 5 feet, just 110 pounds?
Yeah, you could totally do it. You'd be just
No. Oh my
Badass.
gosh, I can't even imagine it. I play paintball, but that's another story. that's as aggressive as I get.
Okay, so I have a bag in front of me, not my. Actually,
We
real
know
quick,
that's
let's
authentic.
just talk about this baby.
Yeah.
So this is the Himalayan croc that
Yeah.
I got. Before I go into the question on authentication, can you describe why in the world this bag would cost so much?
Well, because it is also Niloticus leather, so exotic crocodile. It is very hard to create, even just a plain Birkin. It takes 20 plus hours from one artisan to make. The way they make it, it's not easily accessible. So it's kind of the creme de la creme. And I hate to say this also, but the branding behind Hermes, you could that weighs somewhere there, right? So that's also why it's also very expensive, because if you think about it, this compared to when it's fully croc, but then there's the house Birkin that only has a little bit of croc on the details. it actually costs more on the resale market than
Really?
this bag.
Oh, is it 'cause
but
there's less of them?
It's just because there is less of them, and it is such a limited edition and rare piece. They don't produce that many of them, so it's almost like art. People don't look at bags as they are like art. If hey, there's less of that, and it's also hard to make. It's not as produced as much as the regular Birkins. It is carries some history behind it, and there's sometimes stories behind certain bags too, right? So yeah, with the Himalayan Birkin, it's the rare albino. It is dyed a specific way. Every scale is different. You're never gonna find an exact Himalayan Birkin to another Himalayan Birkin.
Okay, so here is my orange Birkin. This is my very first Birkin that I got, and I've been wanting to ask you this. So here's the backstory. I got that, I think, like 4 or 5 years ago, and Joe has a friend's son that bought it for me from Singapore, right? And it was at least $8,000. And I mean, that's a lot of money, but I think it was like just because it didn't go through you guys. I want to know. I mean, I actually don't want to know. I mean, I want to know because I think it's authentic, but
Will you be
I've been-
disappointed? Will you be offended?
I mean, yes, disappointed, but not offended. And what are you about to tell me?
$8,000 is what you paid.
Yeah, but give or take.
We need to do a close-up video. I don't know how we're going to do that, okay? Because I really want to show you the obvious fakes. It's obvious to me, might not be obvious to other people because, again, I'm an avid...
Wait. You haven't told me the news.
It's not authentic. This would not pass. You would not be able to resell this for what you paid.
Give me get some champagne.
That is the when you buy an authentic, it's at least you know you can resell it for value. You could even sometimes make money on it.
Well, how do you know? What are you looking at? Tell me.
The hot stamp. Okay, so the hot stamp is the foil that is the Hermes logo, the Hermes embossed print, right? So the foil is supposed to sit on top of the leather. So I wish I had another Togo Birkin to show you side by side, but we should do that on your Instagram. So everyone needs to go follow your Instagram because we should do this.
Yeah,
because
I want to.
Amy plus Joe, we will do
I'm
it.
Crying. You know, it's so funny though because I've always kind of had a gut feeling because it came from a friend's son in Singapore. You hear that, like friend's son in Singapore? I was
You
like,
were trusting the friend.
yeah, and $8,000, and at that time, I think that's about what they were going for. So.
Oh my God, they probably paid $2,000 maximum for this bag because it's not made out of real
Togo leather.
Yeah, it's not that it's not made out of real leather, and that's the problem. It's all in the details, and that's why you should absolutely buy it from a trusted source, someone that offers lifetime guarantee of authenticity, right? Someone that will get you authenticity certificates because this most likely didn't come with one because it's not going to come with one. But the hot stamp,
I think it did.
Where?
Well,
Show
I mean, it's
me.
like fake, right? Then
It's not going to come from a reputable authenticator. So anyone that is...
I can't stop
that
drinking my
buys-
water. I'm gonna have to take a pause and pee because I'm like drinking the champagne in the water.
Amy, listen
'Cause
to
Joe's
me.
golfing. When he gets home, I'm
Oh
gonna be
my
like,
God.
"I'm sorry, honey. Should I not
Joe.
tell him?"
Joe needs to just call Lux du Jour next time. He has my number
He
already.
does. He does need to call you. I am like,
Because you could have
I'm a
resold
little
this for
shocked.
more if you bought the authentic one years ago for $8,000. Yes, they were probably going 5 years ago. You said you bought this 5 years ago, right?
I think it's like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, so stamp Z is 2021.
Uh-huh.
So if you bought this 4 or 5 years ago for $8,000, you could have resold it for $15,000 at this time. That's the value in authentic Birkins, but people are going to know this is not real, especially if you go try to sell it on a trusted platform like Lux du Jour or the other resale platforms. But it's the foil stamp that is obvious because what the counterfeit manufacturers do, and we know this because we have stumbled and stopped many counterfeits, is that they put a stamp and that is the Hermes embossed, but the foil is actually supposed to be laid on top. And then the zipper engraving, and I don't want to say too much of all the details because here's what the counterfeit manufacturers, scammers do, is they're trying to find out how are these authenticators knowing how are they figuring this out? How it is fake? And then they go improve that specific thing. But the zipper engraving, this was an obvious one. Because the zipper engraving, if we show you the close-up compared to the real, you're going to be like, oh my God, that is such a sloppy engraving on there that is not what the engraving looks like. The engraving is actually so fine and thin. This one is so fat. Okay, I can see it.
Okay.
It's just so fat, and sloppy, and that's not what it's supposed to look like.
Tammy, you're like,
I'm sorry.
You're talking right now, and I feel like I'm in a cloud, like floating. I'm not really. I mean, I'm podcasting you, but like this story, I didn't even hear what you had to say. It went blah 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 blah.
Because
blah,
Joe's
blah,
money
blah,
is
blah,
your
blah.
money.
'Cause
That $8,000 is gone.
all I can visualize is when Joe gets home, me telling him this.
Should
story.
we film a reaction of Joe finding out? I feel like we should
Yes.
post that reaction.
Yes, we have to.
Because men need to know, stop getting scammed by trusting a friend.
yeah.
Like let's see these or this reputation, and let's also see what the authentication process was like. Let's see
The son
authenticity
got
certificate.
his mom one too, so I got it, and she's a dear friend of mine.
So the scammer was just
Maybe I
making
shouldn't tell her.
$6,000 to $7,000.
Wow.
The
Okay.
scam business and the
That's-
selling of
that's-
counterfeit is a real business. That's why people are out there trying to sell counterfeits on TikTok
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
live selling.
Okay. Well,
Oh God,
that was
I'm sorry.
my most dramatic moment on my own podcast. But I'm glad that I asked you because, I've always wanted, I don't see you that often. So like,
Yeah. Well,
this
that's
is the perfect time to
I
ask
know,
you.
and the Lux du Jour, because just because I'm a human authenticator, there's 3 steps in our authentication process. It has to go under a microscopic AI machine, and then it goes through a lead authenticator that needs to feel, smell, touch the bag that a machine can't, and then it goes through anyone who sells or buys pre-loved Hermes knows Baba Baby, and Baba Baby specializes in only 40 years of Hermes authentication. Only authenticates Hermes. So it also, we work very closely with Baba Baby as well. So that's how we're able to guarantee a lifetime. So if 10 years down the road you discover your bag, you have proof somehow, which doesn't happen, and you can provide that to us that the item is counterfeit, we will refund your money.